up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I'm down here at the St. Pete Grand Prix, obviously in downtown St. Pete, Florida. Lots of excitement going on. I've been invited by this team into their garage area, in the paddock area, because you know what? At the end of the day, Indy cars, which is that top series this weekend, they're exciting, they're fast, but for me, and I know for a lot of you, it's cars that you could actually buy and drive, which are the ones out there on the track that are the most exciting to look at. What we have is a 2018 Subaru BRZ TS. Now, a lot of you know that there was that combination between Toyota and Subaru to design this car from inside to out. What I love about it is that each one has its own unique personality, and it's great to see these Subarus out on the track, the streets of St. Pete. What a wonderful experience. Just last weekend, these cars won in their class in the Touring Car Championship at COTA, which COTA is the Circuit of Americas in Texas. Let's go ahead and take a look at these BRZs and just see how close the race car is to your street car. Right off the bat, you'll notice, hey, this is all stock front end, stock front fascia. You even have the stock fake air vents. Now, I know we're not big fans of air vents, but on the BRZ, I put up with them because they're not too grotesque, they're not too large. You have your LED headlights, just like on your street car. And as we work our way across the front, this is really one of my favorite parts of the BRZ. I like this better than the Toyota 86 or the Scion FRS, which, remember, Scion doesn't exist anymore. It's a cleaner look. I love the Subaru logo. Obviously, that World Rally blue with the white really just pops really nice. What's also awesome is that this team, this was their first race car. So it's kind of nice that we're kind of tying it all back for the team, going over their BRZ. Stock hood, really just a wonderful setup for this car, for the track. And remember, what's going to make the BRZ a blast to drive, it doesn't have 500, 800, 900 horsepower. It's been massaged. There are some things you could do to the engine, but it's all about light and momentum. As we look at the side, you can see that BRZ TS, the Brembo calipers, those are right off of the TS model. You can see the slotted rotors. That's going to help with cooling. Forged Enki wheels really just sits perfect on this car. As we transition down the side, even the stock vent, fake vent, just like on your factory one. I'm going to zoom by the camera, and as we work our way down, I just love how the lines are spot on. And to see this car zooming around the track, a ton of fun. And the sound, that boxer engine, because remember, underneath the hood, 2-liter flat 4 engine, no turbocharger, nothing like that, naturally aspirated, but it's making that nice high-pitched boxer sound. As we work our way back, everything is looking BRZ from the factory, rear quarter window, out the rear end. Here is that BRZ TS rear wing. You can see this is not some custom piece. This is something right from the factory. It is adjustable, and it's nice to see the team using parts like that. And then as we work our way down, I love all stock rear fascia. You have your single exhaust outlet that I know many of you that have BRZs like to run, whether it's an NVIDIA, a Cobb, a whatever brand that's particular to yours. But this thing sounds like no other, especially when the driver's going through those gears. But just love the overall look of this BRZ. Let's go ahead and take a look inside this BRZ and see what does it look like and how does the driver do his job. All right, guys, the here at Tech Sport Racing has been so generous, so gracious. They know all of you guys love Subarus, especially these BRZs. They decided to, hey, why don't we pop the hood and show you all what's happening underneath. Don't be surprised. There's gonna be a lot of the stuff that if you go out in your garage and pop the hood on your BRZ, you're still gonna see. That is a stock intake plenum. You can see it's got that wonderful red powder coated finish to it, just like you see on Subarus for years. The adjustable suspension, that's what's different about a race car, a BRZ that's turned into a race car and maybe your street car. There's a lot more adjustability because these guys and girls are gonna go to racetracks across the country. Every racetrack has a different personality, and you gotta be able to set up and dial in that suspension exactly the way that you'll see it. I'm gonna have Tom go ahead and show you. He's running an AFE header and then a Tanabe exhaust all the way back. That's gonna give you that nice sound to it and obviously performance. And I was talking with the owner of the team and whatnot, and they were saying they've tried lots of different other exhaust systems, titanium, and they were breaking. So they decided, hey, let's go with something that's a little bit more tried and true, that's still going to get the job done, and they didn't lose any horsepower, which at the end of the day is really what it's all about. But you can see what I love about these BRZs, center of gravity, that engine is sitting so low in the chassis, and what's amazing is that with this BRZ, you can see why they call it a flat 4. They call it a flat 4 because that flat horizontal engine, the pistons are going horizontal, not at a V and definitely not vertical. Very nice setup. You can see the massive piping for oil and everything, just like on your car. Really nicely done. Let's go ahead and check out the interior of this Subaru BRZ. All right guys, time to take a look. What does a BRZ touring car look like on the inside? There's nothing fancy here. You don't have to climb through the window Dukes of Hazzard style, but once you open it up, you can see the changes that's been made with the full race cage. That's where the driver's gonna be sitting, bolted into that seat. When you get strapped into a race car like this BRZ, it's not like when you're backing out of your driveway. You become one with the car because you wanna feel what the car is doing. Remember, this is a rear-wheel drive car, so coming off those turns, how loose is the rear end getting? What's happening when you're getting on the brakes? All that stuff is going through your brain, and you need to figure out what to tell the team and what changes that could be made. If you look inside, you can see the factory center console, shifter, lots of factory pieces in there. That's the amazing thing about this car, and that's what makes a Subaru really a Subaru, is that you could take one of these just like they did, and if you want to go race it, go for it. Look at that, look, that's a stock shifter. Tom, get in there and show them that shifter. Look how amazing that is. If you notice, you'll see that there's a red button there that says battery off. That's gonna obviously turn on and off the battery. Even stock gauges behind the Motec system that they use. Really just wild to see the connection between street car and drive car. Tom, look at those weights. Did they take that from your workout? Over on the passenger side, you'll see that they run extra weight ballast that they could place in the car. Tom let them borrow some of his plate weights. They're gonna give them back, they promise, at the end of the event. But that's the wonderful thing about this whole thing, is connecting the street car with the race car and with all of you. If these are the things you like to see on Raiti's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you are new to the channel and you just stopping by, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rides family. Check out all my different forms of social media. You know what they're called. Get yourself some Raiti's Rides merch. Click that link. It'll take you right to Spreadshirt. Got to thank the team and obviously Big Guns McGee, letting them use some of his weights, getting this BRZ on camera. So thank you, Tom. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.